Hello, thanks for tuning in again. This week I had a Summerfest, a Midsummer Party at work, and I have captured some images that I like to share with you. What else happened this week you will find out in a few minutes, and as always, for now I just say thanks for watching. Well, this week again I was quite busy with work, so I didn't get many steps in or had many opportunities to ride my bike. But I also was a little bit picky when it comes to the weather, because yesterday on Saturday it was 32 degrees and I just didn't feel like getting on my bike in that heat. Sometimes it's too cold for me to get out, sometimes it's raining, so it's tough for me to find the sweet spot. But I will next week for sure, that's my plan. This week though, I at least got some steps in, mostly on Thursday, because basically everything that happened to me this week was happening on Thursday. And some of those things were quite sad, others were enjoyable. It was a weird mix of a day. But let's start with the sad part, because in the morning I decided to accompany my sister as she was going to the veterinarian because her cat is quite sick. It has issues with the kidney. So it's a very tough thing, because my sister adopted 3 cats from a rescue 15 years ago, and those 3 kids were all siblings. And she planned, I think, to just get 1 or 2 cats, and there was this 3 sibling trio that she just couldn't tear apart. She wanted to take them all in and adopted all 3 of them. And over the last few years, of course, they grew a little bit older and the sickness is coming in. So 2 years ago, she had to say goodbye to the first of the 3, to Shiloh, and last year to Honey. This year, Flynn, the last of the 3, also developed a sickness. So that was the reason why this Thursday I accompanied her, because we weren't sure if she had to say goodbye that day or if she still has time or if he is even getting better. Unfortunately, he is not getting better, but fortunately she didn't have to say goodbye there and then. But the prognosis is quite dire, so it's a matter of days or weeks that she has to say goodbye and take good care of him. So that's what she's doing right now. And yeah, I was planning to get from there to work, but I wasn't sure how I would feel afterwards. So and I wasn't sure how long it would take there. So it was not that long. We were heading home again. She was taking care of Flynn a little bit. I was getting back to work, and that way I could equalize a little bit again before I headed out to our summer party that was happening the same day. And yeah, it was good that I had a little bit of time in between, because otherwise I wasn't sure how to take it, how to handle it. But it was a very nice distraction actually, I started by walking through the forest again to get to our office, which I really always loved in the past. And there I met with some people, I was talking a lot, I was enjoying myself, had some nice food. And for all that affair, I took some images, some videos that I like to share with you. It is pretty much just a bundle of videos now cut together with some odd comments from me in between. So if you don't want to see that, just skip to the next chapter where we have the food corner and then the weighing results. But I hope you might enjoy this a little bit, where I share some stuff from my midsummer party at work. It's quite a long way to the office. First by bus, then by train. But then I prefer to walk through the woods. I guess what I miss most working from home are my walks through the woods. I used to know each corner, now it's hard to even remember the right way. Here used to be a bench, now gone, but I'm still on track. Almost there now. I only need to head into the office first for a quick team meeting. And then the party can start.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things
And that's it.
Okay, I guess our food corner will also be quite short this week because I only had a chocolate bar from one of the brands I sampled last year. You might remember that from the previous videos from previous year. And there I said that I really liked the taste, though it is more chewy, because it was a little bit tougher, the substance of the chocolate bar. But it only had 3 points, so that was a great one. And I found something from the same brand that is a soft chocolate bar, which is not as chewy if you don't like that. And it even is coming in triple chocolate, so even more chocolate, but still only 3 points. I have to say I really liked that. I enjoyed it. It even had some crisps in it, so I would say that if you want to have something that is very low on points but chocolatey enough, then go for this one. If you can find it. I mean, I guess similar bars you will find all over the world, but this is something, if you live in Germany, that I can advise you to check out. Along the same lines, I also just ordered a starter pack of Snickers and Bounty and stuff like that, also in high protein, which has a lot more points than the chocolate bar I just talked about. So they usually have like 6 or 7, while the original Snickers bars and stuff like that come at double of that, like 15 or 14, 15 points. So I think even 6-7 points is still a nice win if they actually taste the same, and I'm curious to find out if that's the case. I will check them out over the next few weeks and will share with you how I like them. And as a last thing, a quick call out to Gary from the channel Healthy You, who I recently linked in a little bit via YouTube. He also started his journey quite recently, so he shared his trick on how to make himself drink more water, which is just basically taking some powder you can put into water, usually just for a glass, and drink it. That comes at very little calories, and he's just using that to put into a large amount, into a whole gallon, and it still gives the water a little bit of taste and also colors it. For a fun fact, I guess. And yeah, it's a nice trick, I would say, and it's close to what I'm also like to do sometimes. You can see this is my water that I'm drinking right now, and it's basically putting some tea into it. So there is a company that has created a little bag of tea you can throw into your water bottle, and that will just give it a little bit of taste. It's a cold tea, and it also comes in at very little calories, so I really enjoy that. So that is quite similar to what Gary is doing, and I just wanted to give him a call out and share my insights about this German product as well. Okay, but now for my weighing results, and I guess you might be a little bit curious because I was on a summer party, and as you have seen, I was eating quite a lot there. I didn't overdo it though, and I also didn't want to limit myself. So what I did was basically having something or everything that I actually wanted, but not in quantities that are ridiculous. So just smaller quantities. And my plan was just to write down what I was eating, taking photos or quick videos like you have seen, and then afterwards calculate the amount of points that I've used. And I have to say it was just 50 points, and I have 40 points per day, so with my weekly allowance I could easily make up for it. And on top of that, I was walking quite a lot there. I was walking almost 15,000 steps, so that of course also was very helpful. And yeah, at the end of the day and at the end of this week, I still had about 10-15 points in my weekly allowance left. So I was looking forward to losing weight, especially if I remember correctly, last week I gained 200 grams, but was quite confident that this is just a temporary thing and things will get back down. And they did. So it went down 1.1 kilogram, which is, I guess, quite a little bit more than 2 pounds, like 2 point something pounds. And I also got all other values down completely. So I have an all-time low on body fat, on body mass, on muscle mass, an all-time high. I even lost another point of visceral fat, so the fat in between my guts, you know, which usually only happens every 6 or 7 weeks, and the last time it went down a point was 4 weeks ago, so that is quite sudden for me. I'm happy with that as well. And I can say, all things considered, this week, at least regarding my weight loss, was quite successful. There were some other things, of course, that were not that nice, but it is what it is, unfortunately, you know. But yeah, my journey, my weight loss journey, I think was quite well this week. There might be days where I hit a plateau and might not be that happy with it, but for now that is not the case and I'm happy with that. With that being said, I hope you also had a successful week. If you are also on a weight loss journey, best of luck for it. I hope you achieved your goals. If you have other goals, I hope you achieve them as well, and the same is true for the next week. I hope whatever you take on for next week and want to achieve, you will do. I hope my week will be great. I hope we see each other again at the end of next week when the next video drops, and until then I just say stay healthy, enjoy your time, and thanks for watching.